Welcome to the studio, developers. Today, let's learn about sovereign AI. Take a second and ask yourself a really big, maybe even slightly unsettling question. Who exactly should control the intelligence that runs your country? Because let's be real, we are way past the point where artificial intelligence is just a trendy buzzword or some cool new coding tool we get to play with. We're entering an era where AI is literally becoming the backbone of modern society. And because of that, nations all over the world are having this massive realization. They are sprinting to build what's known as sovereign AI. This isn't just another tech trend you can ignore. This is fundamentally a battle for who controls the digital brain of a nation. So we're going to unpack exactly what this means, why governments are suddenly so intensely focused on it, and how this global race is shaping up right now.
Okay, so here's our roadmap for today's explainer. We'll cover 1. What is sovereign AI? 2. The 4 pillars. 3. The global race. 4. The core tension. And finally, 5. A security question. Let's dive right into Section 1. What is sovereign AI? Defining national AI independence. So sovereign AI is, at its core, a nation's ability to produce and control AI using its own infrastructure, its own data, and its own models. The absolutely crucial part of this definition is that last bit, rather than depending on foreign tech companies. Think about what it actually takes to build a powerful AI today. You need massive data centers, mountains of training data, and the actual algorithms, right? If a country relies on a tech giant located halfway across the world for all 3 of those things, they are effectively outsourcing their future intelligence. Sovereign AI means bringing that entire pipeline, the servers, the datasets, the model weights, under strict national control. It's about building a domestic capability from the ground up, so that when a country needs to process highly sensitive information, it doesn't have to go ask a foreign corporation for permission.
Moving on to Section 2, the 4 pillars, or basically why countries actually care about this.
The first 2 pillars here are data security and legal control. Let's look at data security first. Imagine your country's national healthcare system is using an AI to diagnose diseases, or, your tax department is using one to find fraud. You absolutely do not want that highly sensitive, personal citizen data being routed through foreign servers where your government has 0 jurisdiction. Sovereign AI ensures that citizen data stays firmly within national borders. And then you have legal control. Governments want to be able to enforce their own AI laws and regulations. If an AI system makes a critical error or violates a privacy law, a nation needs the legal authority to actually hold the creators accountable. And you can really only enforce those rules if the AI is operating within your own sovereign legal framework.
Now let's talk about the next 2 pillars, geopolitical edge and cultural fit. From a geopolitical standpoint, having your AI depend on another nation is a glaring strategic vulnerability. If a country's entire military intelligence analysis or their economic forecasting relies on an API key from a foreign company, well, what happens if that company or its host nation just decides to cut off access? That's a risk nations simply cannot afford to take. Finally, we have cultural fit, which is just absolutely fascinating. AI models learn from the data they're fed, right? If a model is trained primarily on US-centric data, it's going to reflect US values, idioms, and cultural norms. Sovereign AI allows countries to train models on their own local languages, their own history, and their own unique cultural context. It ensures the AI actually understands and serves their specific population accurately.
Section 3. The global race. Who's racing ahead right now?
It is incredibly tempting to view everything in tech as just a simple standoff between the United States and China. But sovereign AI is a true worldwide sprint. Every major economy out there is realizing they need a horse in this race if they want to secure their future. Let's break down who the frontrunners are.
The top 3 regions present 3 very, very different approaches to this technology. The US is currently the undisputed global leader. But what's really distinct about the US is that this lead is primarily driven by massive private big tech companies. Then you have China, sitting right there in the number 2 spot. Their approach is completely different. It's heavily state-driven with massive coordinated government investment specifically designed to ensure self-reliance. And then we have the European Union. The EU is taking this highly unique regulation-led approach. They're focusing heavily on establishing strict standards, compliance, and privacy laws first. They are essentially trying to build sovereign AI through a framework of high regulatory trust.
But hey, the momentum definitely doesn't stop with those 3. Look at these emerging ecosystems. India is a massive player to watch here. They are rapidly scaling their own domestic ecosystem, and they're doing it by leveraging their incredibly deep pool of tech talent and their vast population to build AI that actually works for their specific, highly diverse linguistic needs. And then you have nations like Australia, which are currently in the early stages, sure, but they're showing vital growing efforts to establish their own domestic AI capabilities before they fall too far behind the curve.
Which brings us to Section 4,
The core tension: convenience versus national control.
The reality on the ground is that most countries right now rely heavily on US-built models. We are talking about the big names you all know and probably use every day: ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini. As developers, we know how incredibly fast, powerful, and convenient these models are. You plug into their APIs and you can build incredible things practically overnight. But that convenience, it comes at a very steep cost, and that cost is data sovereignty. Every single time a foreign government or a critical domestic industry uses these fast and convenient models, they are basically trading away total control over their data and their decision-making processes.
Think about this as a giant tug of war. On one side, you have the immense gravitational pull of big AI. The speed, the sheer efficiency, the incredibly easy access provided by those dominant models. But on the exact opposite side, you have nations pulling back, fighting for their sovereignty, their security, and their freedom. Governments are starting to push back really hard against this dependence. They are waking up to the fact that while foreign models are amazing for quick tasks today, relying on them for your core national infrastructure is incredibly dangerous in the long term.
And that leads us to our final section, Section 5, a security question in the future of independence. If you take away just one core concept from this entire explainer, let it be this exact equation: sovereign AI equals AI independence. They are literally one and the same. If you do not own the intelligence that runs your systems, you are not truly independent in the modern digital age.
Just think about the trajectory we're on right now. AI is already starting to run more and more of our world. We aren't just talking about writing emails or chatting with bots anymore. AI is actively being integrated into national power grids. It's managing high-frequency finance. It's curating the flow of media and information. It is increasingly becoming the backbone of modern military defense and intelligence analysis. When a technology touches that much critical infrastructure, controlling who builds it, how it behaves, and where its data lives, that stops being a debate for IT departments. It becomes a paramount national security question. Controlling your AI is becoming just as absolutely vital as controlling your physical borders or your energy supply.
So we've seen what sovereign AI is: owning your infrastructure, your data, and your models. We know exactly why it matters for security, laws, geopolitics, and culture. And we've seen this global race heating up across the US, China, the EU, India, and beyond. It leaves us with a truly provocative question to ponder as we look at the next decade. Will the sheer, undeniable convenience of today's tech giants outweigh the absolute necessity of national security tomorrow? It's a tension that is going to completely reshape the global tech map for sure. If you enjoyed the video and learned something new today, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button along with the bell icon.